Hello, welcome to another episode. In this video, I want to talk about entitled culture, right? 2023. This is a very entitled culture, especially a certain generation. I don't want to single out a certain generation, but it's the last letter of the alphabet, right? But these generation out there are. There was a survey done, right? There was a survey done on companies out there about which group of people that company don't want to hire that much, right? And the result is that the number one generation or group of people is generation, the last letter of the alphabet, right? Generation Z. They say they were entitled, they were rude to customer, they don't know how to give proper service. Like they were raised during the everybody get a trophy era, right? During that time, society was going through this strange phases where they don't want any kids to left back, right? They don't want any kids to feel that they didn't earn a trophy. That they want to make every children feel special. Everyone's a winner, right? Right? Everybody get a trophy, right? And apparently these two group of generations, these generation, let's say Z, right? They were raised during that time frame, right? But we didn't at that time. We wasn't the society wasn't very clairvoyant enough, right, to see what kind of decision of this will lead to the upbringing of Generation Z. What's going to happen to these group of people? And now now time have exposed, and the fruit of the tree has been revealed, right? Like these people are growing up to be more entitled, right? That they think they deserve this and that because of how they were raised up. That everybody get a trophy, right? They don't think that they deserve to give everybody proper, how I'm gonna say it, proper service, right? Back when I was in retail, right? Starting off young, right? We were told that we have to give good customer service, right? Good respect to customer. The customer is always right? Or else we'll get fired, right? We'll get let go. We were considered as insubordinate, right? We would get in trouble with our managers, our bosses, or etc., right? Now, kids these days, right? The Gen Zs who are working under these kind of circumstances, right? They hardly get punished at all. If you do try to punish them, they accuse you of this, that, and that. They quit on you. They easily quit. They quit the job easily. They won't stay if they have to face that kind of consequences, right? And that causes a lot of instability with the company, because now the company have to find all these other workers, which is very time consuming. It's very costly when people have to quit. All right, and people have to be trained and all that stuff, and they feel like that these group of people are really hard to work with. Let's say that they're really hard to work with, and because of their attitudes, right, company are least likely to incline to hire them, and that leads to a lot of these unemployment that's going on right now. And it's crazy that these generation they're finally being exposed after 20 years ago when they were growing up, right? Their parents tell them that you could be anything you want. They have this entitlement mentality, right? That I'm entitled to this, that, and that's not how the world works. That is not how the world works. I guess this phenomenon only happened in the Western Hemisphere, because if you go to any other country, they don't deal with that. They ain't gonna put up with that BS. They're not. But only in the Western Hemisphere that they're allowed to get away with these kind of stuff with no consequences, right? That mayors of certain cities want to make excuses to defend them, right? Mayor of certain cities try to say that they don't have any opportunities, right? If you don't punish these people for their mistake in life, they will never learn. They will never learn how to take responsibility. They will never learn the consequences, right? They will never learn that if you do bad things, you will have consequences that come along with it. Because we're not punishing them, they think is allowed, acceptable to do crimes, to harm people, to do all these violence, right? For instance, Chicago, the mayor don't want to do nothing about it, right? What's gonna happen? These kids gonna say, "Oh, if I could get away with this, I'm gonna get away with other things, and I'm gonna keep on doing it because there's no consequences." And what's gonna exist in these kids' mind because they're too soft. The leadership is too soft on these people. The parents are too soft on these people. We have unqualified parents raising these people, right? These kids are being raised by unqualified parents. And who am I to say? I'm not even a parent myself. And even I could see this. Even I could see that certain group of people do not know how to raise their kids right. And I'm not scared to say it. I'm going to say it in front of you. And I don't care. Right? Since we are living in this entitlement society, I'm entitled to say my opinion. I'm entitled to my thoughts. Right? And my thought is that these kids who wasn't raised by proper parent are the reason why society is collapsing. The parent, when it comes down to it, the parents are the ultimate people who to late the problem. Alright, it's bad parenting when you look at it. There's a lot of bad parents out there. And I don't want to narrow any demographic specifically. I just want to make it known that the reason why these kids behave like this is the household that they were brought up in. This broken household, either from a single parent household, right? Either from a single parent household. There are some single parents that do the right job, but there's a lot of them that's doing the wrong job, right? I'm not gonna single anyone out, right? But the majority of this problem comes from the single parent household. There are exceptions where they did the great job, but when it comes down to these bad attitudes, entitlement mentalities, saying you could get anything you want without any consequences, repercussions, right? Comes from these kind of group of people. And this entitlement culture had to stop. You need to bring back the nuclear family, right? Supportive family. You could be supportive, right? But if you do bad things, there's consequences you have to pay. That's all I can say, man. This entitlement mentality is some of the reason why society is at this kind of level right now. This degradations of society, this deteriorations, this decay, this moral decay of society. There's no moral. When there's no morals, it's out. When there's no morals, there's no rules, right? They act like animals. You have to set a certain kind of rules. When there's rule, there's order. When there's no rule, it's out of order. That's what it is. When you eliminate all rules. Without rules, we'll live like animals. And that's what we're going around right now in Chicago. There's no rule at all, and people just act like animals. Right? That is what separates us from animals. Human from animals. Rules is the only thing that separates us from animals. Animals don't have rules. Humans do. Either you could be a human being or you act like animals. And that's what all these people are being compared to, animals. That's what they are. They're ruthless, they got no boundary. They're the reason why society is collapsing right now. But I don't know, that's why I think that's my opinion. If you have something else different, that's your opinion, that's fine, I respect that. But let me know if you agree. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll come back with another video.